Do you believe this? Just by doing one thing within the first hour after waking up, you can make a huge difference to male sexual health after 60. In fact, many men after middle age start to feel their bodies aren't as strong as they used to be. They often think it's just a natural part of aging. But based on clinical observation and modern research, the real cause isn't aging, it's blood circulation, especially the tiny blood vessels that lead to the genitals. A major study from Harvard University pointed out that over 70% of erectile dysfunction cases are not due to low testosterone, but rather insufficient blood flow to the corpora cavernosa of the penis. And what's more surprising, this blockage often begins with small morning habits, things most men pay no attention to. According to Dr. Andrew Whale, a specialist in men's health after 60 with over 2 decades of experience in geriatric and urology clinics, the way you wake up and start your day determines whether you can maintain your natural vitality or not. So in today's video, I'll show you a very simple routine, just under 3 minutes every morning, that helps boost blood circulation, support hormonal function, and reignite your natural physiological reflexes. No medication, no expensive therapy. And if you stay until the end, I'll share with you a little-known trick to enhance your performance, one that has helped many men regain their confidence after just 7 days of habit change. But first, I'd love to get to know you, the one who's joining me on this journey. Where are you watching this video from? Leave a comment below. I'd be delighted to hear where you're tuning in from. And if you truly care about sexual health, marital well-being, and your quality of life after 60, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any useful tips from me in future videos. Sexual decline in older men. To begin, let's revisit one of the biggest misconceptions about sexual decline in older men, something that many still believe is just part of getting old. Part 1. It's not your age, it's the blood vessels silently weakening your vitality. Many men over 60 come to see me with a tired look in their eyes, often saying, "Maybe it's just my age. I guess it's time to let that part of life go." And I understand that feeling. But in that very moment, I always gently remind them of one essential truth. Your body isn't broken. It's just waiting to be reactivated the right way. The truth is, sexual decline isn't an unavoidable part of aging. Erections can still happen normally if your circulatory system is still flexible and healthy. What most people don't realize is that tiny microvessels, especially in the pelvic area, play a decisive role in male reflexes. Over time, these vessels can narrow, lose elasticity, and fail to dilate properly, cutting off blood supply to the penis, even if testosterone is still present. This phenomenon is called endothelial dysfunction. It's the hidden root of why your body wants to respond, but can no longer deliver, causing a disappointing gap in moments of intimacy. Think of it this way. The male organ works like a sponge. To become firm, it needs to be filled with blood. But if the blood volume is insufficient, or the pressure is too weak, the sponge remains limp, no matter how much desire or emotion you may feel. The good news? This process can be reversed if you give the body the right cues. When you hydrate properly, get gentle movement going, and send biological signals at the right moment, your body begins to reopen the blocked channels. Nitric oxide, a crucial molecule that dilates blood vessels, is reactivated, restoring circulation to areas that have been undersupplied. I've seen many patients who believed they had completely lost their edge. But after just a few days of changing their morning rhythm, their bodies started sending positive signals again, without medication, without external support. And to begin this healing process, the first thing you need to do is stop blaming your age and start changing the small things that seem insignificant. Dear viewer, if you're still watching this far, I'm truly glad you care about your health. Please leave the number 1 in the comments below so I know you're still here with me. Part 2. Common morning mistakes and the surprising consequences on male sexual health. There's something most men don't pay attention to. The very first actions you take after waking up have a huge impact on your sexual health. I was once in that same situation, waking up, checking my phone right away, skipping breakfast, then starting the day feeling drained without knowing why. It wasn't until I started observing hundreds of elderly patients that I realized the core issue. Morning is not a meaningless window of time. On the contrary, it's a critical biological moment that determines your ability to restore hormones, circulation, and vitality. Imagine a typical morning. You wake up groggy, you scroll through your phone, you don't drink water, you don't move. Then you rush out the door on an empty stomach, or worse, you down a strong cup of coffee. It seems normal, but deep inside, your blood is thicker because your body lost water overnight. Your blood vessels constrict, reducing blood flow to the genital area. Nitric oxide, the molecule that helps dilate vessels, hasn't been activated. Your physiological cells don't have the fuel they need to start up. In medicine, we call this the early physiological activation phase, a phase that, if missed, will cause your hormones, energy, and emotional connection to gradually drop throughout the day. I remember a 68-year-old patient once shared that he hadn't had any physiological reflexes for more than 3 years, but just by drinking enough water, moving for 3 minutes, and eating the right breakfast, after 2 weeks, he began to wake up feeling like a man again, in his own words. So, if you want to improve your vitality, don't search for complicated solutions before you adjust your morning habits. It's the small things you repeat every day that are reprogramming your entire physiological system. And if you're wondering, what exactly should I do? Where do I start each morning to reignite that natural reflex? In the next part, I'll guide you through a highly practical 3-step routine, simple yet effective, that has helped hundreds of men who had lost hope to recover their sexual function safely and clearly. Part 3. 3 simple morning steps to reignite natural vitality in men over 60. When I first introduced this natural recovery method to my older patients, many looked at me with doubt. Really, doctor? That's all I need to do? No pills? No machines? I completely understand their skepticism, because for years, they had been conditioned to think that sexual health could only be improved with powerful drugs or medical interventions. But what I always emphasize is this: your body doesn't need to be forced into action. It just needs to be awakened the right way at the right time. And the most sensitive, most responsive moment is right after you wake up in the morning. Here are 3 small actions that form the foundation of restoring blood circulation and hormone balance, something I regularly guide my patients to do. Step 1. Start your day with 2 glasses of plain water. No sugar, no flavoring, no ice. Just pure room temperature water. After a long night's sleep, the body is mildly dehydrated, and the blood becomes thicker and slower to circulate. Drinking water first thing in the morning activates circulation, thins the blood, supports the production of nitric oxide, a crucial molecule for dilating blood vessels and improving blood flow to the pelvic region. Step 2. Do light movement for 2 to 3 minutes. You don't need to do heavy workouts or run. Just a few simple moves, like joint rotations, stretching, deep breathing, walking around the house. These gentle movements awaken the sympathetic nervous system, help blood flow toward key areas of the body, including the pelvic floor muscles and the microvessels, nourishing the genitals. Step 3. Eat a breakfast that supports circulation and hormone balance. Instead of refined carbs, sugar, or saturated fat, go for antioxidant-rich and healthy fat foods like boiled eggs, berries, blueberries, wild strawberries, unsweetened Greek yogurt, a few nutritious seeds, pumpkin seeds, walnuts. These foods nourish your blood vessels, support natural testosterone production, reduce vascular inflammation, increase nerve sensitivity in the genital area. I've seen many patients return after just 5 to 7 days of doing these 3 steps, and their eyes told a completely different story. They slept deeper, thought more clearly, and most importantly, felt like they were slowly regaining their strength. And when those simple actions become daily habits, your body doesn't just recover, it starts to reprogram itself into a more stable biological state where blood flow, hormones, and emotion work together in harmony. But if you want to go even deeper in this process, if you want your body to receive even stronger signals each morning, There's one natural supporting ingredient that's worth adding to your daily habit. That's what I'll reveal in the next part. If you're still watching the video at this point, thank you for staying with me this far. I truly appreciate it. Please comment the number 3 below so I know you're still here with me. Part 4. After just 1 week, the body begins to send clear signs of life. I still remember when Mr. Thomas Reed, a 66-year-old retired school superintendent, sat across from me with tired eyes and a silence that weighed heavy in the room. After a few moments, he looked down and quietly said, "I feel like I did most things right in life, except for holding on to what made me feel like a man." That wasn't the first time I'd heard something like that. And even without more words, I understood. The real pain wasn't just physical. It was the feeling of losing a part of himself, the part that made him feel whole. I gave him a simple morning routine, just 3 basic steps, the same ones I had offered to countless others. I told him, "You don't have to overhaul everything. Just try this for 7 days. Be consistent, and then we'll see." A week went by, and I found this short message in my inbox. This morning, I woke up and felt like I was coming back. You can't fully grasp the weight of that sentence unless you've lived through weeks or even years of silence, frustration, and disappointment. For many men, a morning erection isn't just a body function. It's a vital sign. It tells us that circulation is working, that hormone levels are active, that there's still connection between mind and body. In all my years walking this journey with men, I've seen one clear truth. Improvement doesn't arrive like a lightning bolt. It begins with quiet, steady changes. That late afternoon energy crash, it starts to fade. Sleep becomes deeper, with fewer wake-ups. Most importantly, confidence begins to return, gently but steadily. You don't need to rely on pills or extreme treatments. Just by sending the right biological cues each morning, your body knows how to respond. It boosts nitric oxide, supports healthy blood flow, lowers strain on the hormone system, and slowly begins to restore its natural rhythm. But to truly move forward and stay there, you must understand one critical truth. This isn't some temporary fix. It's a way of communicating with your entire system consistently. We'll go deeper into that in the next part. Part 5. This is not a temporary trick. It's how you reawaken your vitality for good. I completely understand how urgent it feels when your body starts to change. When energy dips and performance slips, it's tempting to believe all the ads promising fast fixes and instant boosts. But after more than 2 decades helping men in their 60s and beyond, I can tell you this: real, lasting recovery doesn't come from shortcuts. It comes from sending steady, daily messages that your body understands. Every time you drink 2 full glasses of water right after waking up, stretch or move for just a few minutes, and choose a breakfast that feeds your hormones, not just your hunger, you're delivering one clear message to your body. I'm still here, I'm paying attention, and I want to live with strength. Your body isn't giving up because of age. It's been quiet because it hasn't received the right signals in a long time. But the moment those signals start arriving again, consistently, your circulation, your nervous system, and your hormones all begin to adjust. And when that happens, you start noticing changes. Not loud, but deeply real. You feel more alert and steady during the day. You sleep more soundly with fewer wake-ups. And confidence returns, not from appearances, but from that solid inner feeling of being in control again. What's even more powerful is this: when your habits shift in the right direction, not only does your sexual wellness improve, but your entire life starts to feel different. Your relationships deepen. Your emotions feel more balanced. Your sense of purpose becomes clearer. Conclusion. So if you've already started putting these tips into action, and you're feeling even a small difference, well done. That means your body is listening. It's beginning to respond. You don't have to be perfect. Just be consistent every morning. Every smart choice you make stacks up and gently revives your sexual system from the inside out. Here's what we now know for sure. It's not age that causes decline. It's when the natural flow of your biology gets blocked. And it's not medication that holds the answer. It's how you talk to your body through your daily actions. With just 2 glasses of water, 3 minutes of motion, and a wise breakfast choice, you're not just helping your testosterone or blood flow. You're rebuilding your core vitality in a natural, safe, and lasting way. One last thing I want you to always remember. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's simply waiting for you to show up and speak to it in a way it understands. If today's message helped you in any way, don't forget to tap subscribe, hit that notification bell, so you never miss real, practical, and science-based insights made just for men over 60. Thanks for sticking with me through to the end. Wishing you strength, wellness, and a powerful sense of control in every stage of your life. See you in the next video.